I'd like you to please announce yourselves for purposes of the record. State first.
Diana Davila for the state of Texas.
Mackenzie Watson for the state of Texas.
Jim Butler for Stephen Garcia.
Okay. So I think that we were getting ahead of ourselves here. We started without even going on the record. So today is day for trial. Both parties have announced ready?
Yes.
That's true.
Okay.
We're ready.
So what we have here is just kind of a brief introduction and where defense has challenged the breath test in this case and its admissibility thereof. You guys have reviewed everything outside, correct?
Yeah, Judge. So just for the record, the state and the defense sat down in the back room and we kind of went through some of the motions. We went through the motion that I just filed. And then we also began going through the motions in limine.
This is a critical legal flashpoint in front of Judge Fleischer. What the defense is really arguing here isn't just sloppy wording, it's coercion. Under Texas law, officers must stick to exact statutory warnings when offering a breath test. The moment an officer adds, "Blow under and I'll take you home," that crosses into improper inducement. Question for you. If a promise influences your decision, is that consent or pressure?
So, and then of course, we brought this motion to keep the breath test out, basically because the officer gave language that was outside the statutory language that they are supposed to give when they're offering somebody a breath test. And we're alleging that he basically tells my client, hey, look, if you blow, and if you blow under the legal limit, I'm going to put you in the car and take you home. And the evidence will show that my client relied upon that. In fact, at one point, when the officer is cuffing him and stuffing him, he's like, well, wait a minute, you said I was going to get to give a breath test, because he believed that he was under the limit, wasn't going to register, over 0.08, and was relying on the fact that if he gave that test, all of this ended and the officer would cut him loose and take him home. And then, of course, after that, and after the officer said, no, we got to go downtown because our machine's downtown, he again repeated that and said, look, if you blow under, we're going to get in the car and I'm going to take you home. And again, repeated that. And my client relied upon that and thought that that would happen. Of course, that's not what's going to happen. And Judge, based on your experience, it's also possible that he could go down there and blow under the legal limit and the DA could still accept charges for DWI. So that was impermissible language that should not have been given in this case.
Response?
And one other thing.
And if you're not ready yet, it's okay, because I know that we're kind
I was
of...
just giving her the opportunity of what she wants to do. We did review the facts on the motion. We agree that the facts stated were as reflected on defense's motion. However, we do disagree with the case law given to support the fact that just because of the statements given by the officer, the breath test should be excluded. The underlying case law has negative treatment by the Texas Criminal Court of Appeals, and there is other cases within the same jurisdiction that have different treatment. However, we have come to the agreement that because what the case given by defense, once it goes up on appeal, it is only reviewed for abuse of discretion. And the case that overruled or gave negative treatment to Erdman says the same thing. Basically, it is the totality of the circumstances, and if you're able to relate a certain link between what was specifically said to the officer and what the defendant believed to be true, and if that gave him a specific idea of what was going to happen or moved him towards the direction of the breath test versus the blood test. So I think we're both in agreement that the only way to resolve it is by you reviewing what was exactly said by the officer on the timestamp was given and using the court's discretion to come to the conclusion.
Let me ask you this. Have you had a chance to see whether Serrano, the case that he provided, I mean, it's right on point. Have you
It has not been
seen?
overruled, just so you know. And I think just to give you a little more information. So I agreed with that treatment of Erdman. I thought that it was not that great of a case. Because in Erdman, look, you had a officer that was doing nothing more than reading the statutory language. I mean, he wasn't even saying like, hey, go down there and give a sample, and if you are under, I'm going to take you home, which is like dangling candy in front of a baby, And that's the kind of thing that the law wants to prevent. The law says, here's the statute that you read. Navarro, which is another case that's cited among the cases that we're talking about.
I understand. Is there something that negates Serrano? Is there a case that says, hey, saying something like this is okay?
It would just be Finan, which is the Texas Criminal Appeals case that just states that it was not a breach of discretion to keep it out and that it would have to be a totality of the circumstances.
Okay.
And we 100% agree with that, and we know that. And so, Judge, the other thing that I wanted to say without going into Erdman is the Navarro case talks about, it's very good, and it talks about what the statutory language should be and why it is there and what it informs the person. If you give a test and if it's over the limit, here are the consequences of that. If you refuse the test, here are the consequences with your driver's license. And then, if you refuse, we can get a warrant to get your blood. That's all they're supposed to give them, and then they sit back, and then the person either...
This is where Judge Fleischer steps into full discretion mode. The court is now focused on totality of the circumstances, meaning every word on that body cam matters. If the defendant reasonably believed blowing meant freedom, the breath test could be excluded entirely. And here's what most people don't realize. Even blowing under the legal limit doesn't automatically kill a DWI case.
Agrees or they don't agree. You can't sit there and then start enticing the person by telling them things to get them to change their mind. And clearly, you're going to see that on the video. This officer says these extrajudicial statements. Hey, if we go down there, if you blow over or under, pardon me, we're going to get in the car and I'm going to take you home. Now, if you blow over, you're going to be arrested. But if you ask for a blood test, then you're also going to go to jail, and it could be a week or however long before that blood comes back. So he's thinking, man, I better go down there and give a breath because I'm going to go home. And you just can't be saying stuff like that.
We have a panel here ready to go. So I don't want to keep them waiting. They've already been waiting for, 30 minutes. So how do you guys want to proceed?
Judge, if it's okay with you, I'm happy.
Are you ready to argue the merits of this? Because what I was going to suggest is that we go ahead, pick the jury, and then we can just start and finish argument with this.
Well,
right after
the only thing that
I don't want to keep them waiting.
No, I understand that. The only thing is that kind of does change the voir dire a bit, doesn't it?
If you want to exclude the breath test part of your voir dire, then I guess it can be talked about. It's not totally excluded, even if it gets excluded, because we can't force them into specific facts that there is no breath test.
Of course.
So I think
I guess we're ready to roll. But and then we can.
I just want to keep them waiting. Let's get it started, and then right after we get done with the paneling, then we can.
Sure.
And then that'll give you more time to look to see if there's something else that you want to look at as far as case law or whatnot.
And Judge, we'll print a copy for the court of the 2 outstanding case law that we have.
For sure. Okay. Number 1, is that spelled correctly? There's usually a Y-E-N.
That's what I was thinking too, but that's what they put in the confirmation too, I think, so.
What would do you want something?
Yes, Judge, we wanted a bond on him, I believe, it's a 1997 warrant, so I'm a bit.
He's here if we want to bring
He is
him
in the
up.
back.
Please.
So, I did want to see, I asked him to agree on a bond, they are not because of it's criminal history, he's got criminal history that dates 20 years back. I don't believe he's got anything current as of 10 years. So, this is a warrant out of New York.
Yes.
30-year-old warrant, so.
He's been on that the warrant is truly 30 years old? Really? Is that old?
1997.
Yes, Judge.
What,
Great.
from him?
No, from, I believe, usually have something, have something.
Wow. So it's a burglary, it's an assault, it's a robbery, and a possession of a weapon. Okay, I guess let's talk to him when he comes out, you know?
1997 New York, Judge.
Is that what was happening in 97? I thought New York was dangerous, but shit. Do you want to do a name change, Katie, or no?
I don't want to.
For the fugitive case, Judge?
No.
This is spelled Nguyen, and there's always an E.
I don't think we would need one for the fugitive case.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just,
I can look at the warrant and double check.
good morning, Mr. Nguyen.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Nguyen, you're wanted out of the state of New York for a host of charges, specifically for a burglary, an assault, a robbery, and a possession of a weapon.
He didn't parole. He was out on parole about 10 years ago on these cases. So once again, we're not sure.
Wait. That may change things. If he's out on parole, then, hold on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But if he's out on parole, Katie, there may be a pre-signed waiver.
He completed the parole.
Judge, let me check. I'm not seeing that we have a pre-signed waiver,
Have you,
but I think that, Amy, you had some contact with the jurisdiction?
Yeah, so Manhattan County reached out to us this morning. They were asking if we had the waiver or a refusal for him yet. They didn't indicate to me whether this was a probation or a parole. I can reach back out to them to see. Yeah,
that's really important.
I'll do that.
He couldn't have completed because there's a warrant. There would be no warrant if he completed parole.
In as much as.
Something must have happened, Mr. Nguyen.
Can I say something now?
But don't talk about the case in general, but just,
Can I say something?
there's a warrant for a reason.
Can I say something,
Of
please?
course.
I used to live in Brooklyn. I committed crime and I lose, when I'm 16, 17, I don't speak English that much, so they send to me whatever they send to me. They send me to Rock Island and they send me to upstate and the judge say like burglary, armed robbery, some kind of stuff like that. But I do not speak English that much at that time because I came United States when I'm 14. And 5 years later, I got arrested. So I basically understand a little bit, not that much. So when I go to court, they just do whatever they want to do. They don't tell me nothing. The case, they just say you got arrested, you got robbery, burglary, something like that. But I do not understand like that right now. So basically, after I finish, after they tell me that, they send me Rock Island. Or Rock Island, they send me upstate. So I do 5 years. First, I do five years.
Okay.
And I see parole.
Okay.
Parole, keep it 2 more years. And I finished 7 years and I went home. And then I went home, I do, first I went to live in Long Island first, and then I still go see parole in New York. Right? And then my parents live in Houston, Texas. So I asked for transfer, my paper in transfer to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So I've complete my parole, everything, and the opening.
What year?
No. So you may have tried to transfer it. Perhaps it never transferred and you just came down here and never
No.
finished the transfer. I don't know.
No, I'm not doing, the people do for me. That's why I'm allowed to transfer to people.
Yeah,
Maybe there's an issue with.
there has to be some kind of issue.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think we have enough information to do anything right now. What I need for them to do is reach out back to New York to figure out why the warrant was issued. Is it a parole violation?
I got parole violation one time. I went home, I worked, and I got violation one time. I went to work and they picked me up of garbage, what's that, anything.
Just when you think this hearing is only about a breath test, Judge Fleischer uncovers a 30-year-old New York warrant. This shifts everything. If there's a pre-signed parole waiver, the judge has zero discretion, no bond, no flexibility. This is courtroom reality. Paperwork from decades ago can suddenly control someone's future. Your take? Should ancient warrants still carry this much power today?
Angleton. I went back over there and I stand in front of the judge. The judge said, "What you do? Why you don't parole?" I said, "I'm working." So he said, "So show me your work." So I work, I bring all my paper, tag paper. I showed him. So
He's still on parole.
no. Can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He sent me to immigration. Immigration, they're coming out. I still do parole. I still finish. I have the letter over there.
Let's do this. Let's do
We need to
this.
find out more.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll it.
But no, that's too sorry. That's too sorry.
No, I get you. We just need them to cross.
So let's do this.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to roll it to tomorrow because it's already nearly 12 o'clock. I want to give them time to look into it, to see what New York has to say. A lot of times when you get on parole, you sign a document that's a pre-signed waiver, meaning that you already agree to waive extradition if this happens. We need to know if that has happened and if you have signed that, because if you have, I cannot give you a bond. Even if I wanted to give you a bond, I cannot give you one because there's a waiver that's already been signed.
What does that mean, waiver, sir?
I'll let Ms. Oko explain that to you in back because I got a lot of people waiting.
Yes, sir.
But regardless, I'm not ready to do anything today.
Yes, sir.
I need more information from the prosecutors.
Can I say last thing before I go?
Sure.
What I do is, what happened is I finish parole, everything. I get the letter from Albany, say I'm complete to Albany State in New York. That all the paper go to Albany.
Albany.
So, but something must have happened.
Something, we need to figure it out.
Yes, I got the letter, everything. They send me a letter, everything.
And Judge, I would just add that, I mean, at least from what I'm seeing when I run him, which I'm a little hesitant, but like there's like multiple states with like criminal histories that's like very extensive, that's more than just New York. And so we would also have to try to like,
Okay, I guess just take your time, find out, and then we'll regroup tomorrow.
Get all his 20 years back. There's nothing going.
I get it. I just want to know if there's a pre-signed waiver. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, sir.
Okay, of course, Mr. Wayne. Please. All right, thank you, Amy. Colin. Of course. Hi, Casey. How are you? What's new?
Not much. I'm just trying to get through this week because I am going on a trip next week.
Nice. Where are you going?
We're going to France, Iceland, and Denmark.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
Super excited.
Wow. Are you going 2 weeks or what?
Yeah, it's like a 10-day trip. So
That's so great.
my mom got on this kick where she's like, I've never traveled and I'm gonna die. And I'm like, you're not even 16.
Have you considered or looked into like tour guides or anything?
Yeah, so we have a 2-day tour booked in Iceland.
No.
Oh.
So you got to look at Rick Steves. Do you know who that is? Okay. Rick Steves is a guy that's got a show on PBS, and it's so great because this guy has a travel book and he tells you if you have a certain number of days and you're going to a certain number of location, he'll tell you what to do,
I love that.
where to go. He'll tell you how to get tickets in advance.
I
so
definitely need to look into that because I was their travel agent.
But here's even the better thing is like, I'll give you an example. When I went to Rome with my wife on our honeymoon, he has a guidebook and he also has on iTunes podcasts and virtual tour guides that you download to your phone. So when you go to like the Sistine Chapel,
Yeah.
you walk in and you turn it on and you go, okay, he'll go, okay, walk 5 paces, look up, and this is a fresco that was painted by Michelangelo, and this was the date, and this was the thinking at the time.
Going through like their little
Right.
thing.
It's so
Probably
great.
way better and more.
And dude, I'll give you another example. Like when you go in Venice, they have the Grand Canal where you get on one vaporetto, you go through the entire thing. Like you turn on one of the virtual tours and he'll go, okay, so as soon as you get on the boat and the boat starts moving in 2 minutes, press play. So you press play. All right, the boat's moving. Look to your right. There's the Guggenheim Museum. This is what was done there. So look into
Name
his,
again?
Rick Steves.
Rick Steves. Okay.
He's got it for all over the world. It's great.
I'm gonna download that
When
one.
we go anywhere, which is not lately, because
Yeah.
we take Rick with us everywhere. It's like a Bible.
Yeah,
So-
that's awesome. That's good to know. I've
Take a
never
look.
heard of him. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the
Because
recommendation.
when you go and when you know what you're looking at, it's just so much more
Oh,
memorable.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
I like to know because usually I Pinterest everything and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go see this thing. And my
Right.
parents are like, cool, it's another building.
is when I did it, it was free. I don't know if it is now.
I'm sure it's not too expensive.
No, it's anyways, who are you here on?
Terrence Bruget.
Okay. Okay, it's getting up there.
So we have a motion to withdraw on your queue on it for lack of payment. He is here today though.
Come up, Terrence. It's old though, man, you know?
I
It's-
understand.
There's nothing worse than when your lawyer is upset, you know? Do you work? What do you do for a living? So you don't work for free, do you? You don't work free, do you?
No, I don't work for free. But I did,
So I don't want you, it's a rhetorical question. The thing is that your case is old and it's now where it's either put up or shut up and we're ready to go to trial. You know, your case is 140 days. In 40 days, this is when we set the case for trial. It's time to figure out what we're going to do. You know, I'd like you to get together with them to see what you can do to try to mend the relationship, but it's old and it's time to figure out what to do. You know? Can you try to see if there's something worth salvaging and
He's
mending?
communicated with our office, but there's still a large chunk that he owes. I mean, he can't guarantee us when he'll ever be able to get it to us. So that's just kind of where we're at this point.
so can I talk next week? Okay, I did discuss with the representative in charge of the payment, but
Our office manager.
the office manager. Honestly, I was supposed to pay before the end of December, but I did get sick. You know, I did have some things going on, so I would like them to reconsider. And
Do you still work full time? Do you earn a salary?
when I did get sick, it did affect my paychecks, you know, for like quite a month. So I get paid every 2 weeks. I don't make go driving, you know, so if I don't drive,
Salaried employee?
I get paid per hour. I don't get a salary. Salary is 6 per month. I don't get.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a medical driver.
Medical driver.
Yes.
Okay. And how much money do you make an hour?
Now it's $15 an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's not like that's something I did get sick, so I haven't been working for some time. I was in pain, I couldn't even walk. I went to ER.
so when is the last time you worked?
I did get back on my feet and
So you tell me you haven't worked at all? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yes, they like recovered for like quite a week and it did affect my paycheck. So I haven't been able to make the payments that I was making. But I did make a payments like I think yesterday. I didn't even make a payment, so I need more time in order to make more payments, you know, to the point that they will reconsider.
We're at the stage where it's time to set your case for trial or end it somehow. We're not at the stage where we're going to push your case another 6 months no. It's time to work these things out. I mean, there's no way to,
I mean, that's up to your discretion. I can let the office know if you don't want to sign our motion and then we'll continue to work on the case, but.
If your honor, you can give me more time, I will get back to the point that they'll be able to consider for the.
how much time are you talking? Say it again?
If I can have a month or 2 months or
not
4
gonna-
payments.
So let me see, I'll have you fill out an application, but I don't know if you're going to qualify for an appointed lawyer. You need a lawyer to represent you. And I'm going to tell you now, even if I let them withdraw, whoever you hire, you're going to be in an extremely fast track getting ready for trial because your case is 140 days. And like I told you, at 180, we set that for trial. You know, I need to know everything about you, how much money you make an hour. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, what kind of cars you drive, everything about you to see whether you qualify. If you don't qualify, you're going to have to go hire someone else. And then you're going to spend a bunch of money elsewhere.
So let me ask you a question. How long can I have in order to be back on track for the payments?
I don't know. That's something that you need to negotiate with them to see what they're willing to take. But I'm going to tell you now, if you don't qualify for a lawyer, all the money that's been already spent, it's just,
And but she is on a PTI track, and at this point, he's not gonna have, he's also gonna have to spend the money on the fees and stuff for PTI.
No, I take this seriously. I don't give out lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You truly have to qualify, because when we give out court-appointed lawyers, it's I pay for it, they pay for it, they pay for it, we all pay for it. And I take it seriously, and it's not fair to just hand them out. You have to qualify. I'm following the law. So if you want, how do I pronounce your last name?
Okay.
Okay. If you'd like, I can have you fill out an application to see whether you qualify. But if you don't, like I said, it is what it is.
May I have at least a month to be able to get the balance, please?
Of course.
A month?
Yeah. Oh, no. No, we're not going to sit this where you're going to come back in a month. Nothing's happened. I'm not going to play this game. We need to decide today what's going to happen, because in a month, now we're at 109 so let's do this. If you want, I can give you an application to fill out. I can wait to see whether I'm going to grant or deny your motion. In the interim, if you want to try to negotiate something, I don't know. But like I said, I take giving court-appointed lawyers seriously. I don't hand them out like candy, because the public pays for it. And it's not fair for them to pay for something when you can afford it. You just don't want to pay. I don't know how much money you have in the bank. I've never met you, sir. I don't know who you are. I don't know what kind of car you drive. I don't know if you drive a Shelby Cobra. So let's do that. I'll have you fill out an application. If you want to try to talk to them to mend the relationship, perhaps that can work. If not, I'll wait to get your application and we'll go from there.
Yes, I want to talk to them. I want to try to have a deal with them, please.
With what?
I'm trying to see what kind of deal I can have with them for payment plans.
So you can go call the office again, but they've already told you no.
Yes,
So
You have to understand that relationships are built on trust, right? And if you're not forthcoming with the side, and you put them off and you put them off and you say you're going to do this and you say you're going to do that, and then you go back on your word repeatedly, that goes a long way, So I'll have you step back. You tell me what you want to do, and I'll give you a couple minutes. I don't want you to make a decision here. Take a step back. You guys just
We'll check back in,
let me know
Judge.
what you want to do. All right. Please.
Thank you.
For sure. And thank you for Casey, for, of
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Judge.
course. How are you, man? Tell me about your guy.
So I spoke with him. We've been trying to work things out with him.
Get it.
Financial things like that. I think just based on the amount of time we've already given him, I'm asking for the office.
Has he filled out the application?
Yeah, he did. We went ahead and got it done. And I spoke to him a little bit to understand what's going on. And if he is able to work something out, he says he'll follow up with us down the road, but he understands for now.
Come up. Come up. Yes. Are you married?
No. Your Honor.
Who do you live with anyone?
I live with my girlfriend.
Okay. How much money does your girlfriend make a month? Do you need to, this is all the stuff you've left a lot of stuff blank. You need to fill this out. I'll grant your motion, okay? But you're not done with this. You need to fill this out correctly. You've not filled it out. So I'll give it back to you to fill out.
I don't really know how much is close to 1,500 a month. You know, that's what she's making.
I'll give it back to you to fill out, but we need you to, complete it, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Make your motion.
Yes, sir.
All right, come on.
So essentially.
Hey. Hi.
I'm back again. Last name is Beugre. It's like a DWI. Looks like I don't know kind of what happened. It seems like.
So they withdrew because didn't pay. And it looked like that they were gonna do the PTI route.
Okay.
It's 140 now, so we can give you, I guess, a short reset just to look for you, see what you guys want to do, and then come back.
PTI offer is.
Is he approved or not approved?
Nathan approved.
Yes, it is approved, yes.
Okay, so basically it just needs an application and then the
The
TRS.
contract was already sent out, today, if I'm not mistaken, so
What? Were they that far in the process?
The contract was sent today, Judge.
DAP and interlock list.
Okay, so he's done the TRS?
I'm assuming.
Obviously, right? Because there's something, all right, come up. I didn't realize they were that in the home stretch. Okay, so here's the deal. You're basically in the home stretch of this thing anyways to enter into the diversion program. Elena's going to get the contract. She's going to need to go over it with you. You will need to do two more remaining things. You will need to get the interlock. You will have to pay the district attorney fee. Once you do that, you will be in the program. So it's at 140 days now. I guess we can give you, 30 days for you to get it done.
Okay. I will be out until the first week in February. Would that be okay? You said to February?
You're really going to be on all of January?
Yes. I'm coming back the last week of January, the first 2 days, but then I'm taking a COE the last part of January. So you can try to get it in if it's just a DAP.
Yeah, it's just, it's
If we could get that in, I guess before the end of the year, that would be great.
yeah. How soon will it take you to there's a $300 fee and you have to get the interlock. How long do you think it'll take for you to do that?
Okay, you said 300?
Uh-huh.
I can pay it,
Once you pay that, get proof, and do you have the interlock in your car now? Okay, you need to do both of those things to enter into the program.
The program?
The sooner you do it, the better, because she's leaving all of January, I guess.
The alternative, I don't know if there's no driving affidavit if he doesn't have. I guess we need to look at the license suspension and I'll take a look at that.
Can you run
I
us?
have an ALR and my driver's license is not suspended.
Okay.
What are you saying?
His driver's license is not suspended,
Okay,
so
so
he would have to get the interlock.
And Your Honor, I have an email saying that he was approved for a portable due to him operating a work company vehicle. So I believe a portable is what has been offered by Brenda, is what she said in an email.
Got it. Okay, so let's do this. Do you think you can pay the DA fee and get the interlock done within the next 2 weeks?
Next 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I'm sure about the fee, but for the interlock, I don't know how much I'm supposed to pay for.
Ms. Elena can get with you to let you know how to do that. All of that is in the contract.
Contract, they'll have information you can call the various vendors and they can tell you how to get that stuff.
Right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we set it, I guess maybe like, you want to do that?
I don't have a problem with 12:30.
Okay, so we'll set you off for the 30th. Okay, you're going to need to get together with Miss Elena quick so that you guys can get on the same page. The most difficult thing will be for you to get the interlock, but you need to make the appointment as soon as possible because they're really busy. Don't wait till the day before court. Call today, tomorrow, or the next day to make the appointment. When you get that, pay also the DA fee, and then you're in the program. Okay. The idea is to do that before she goes because she's going to be gone for a long time, and it makes no sense for you to wait all that time when you can be working toward the goal.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks. Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Elena. So tell me.
A review of the body cam, we did see them fail the signal. In addition, we did see the high mounted brake light out, which is the third brake light. And under the Texas Code, section 547.3215, the federal vehicle equipment safety standards are adopted, and federal regulation 49 CFR 571.108 requires a high mounted rear brake light. And because that was out, that is the.
But not all cars have that.
What? Well,
So are you telling me now every single car has to have that third mounted brake light?
It requires any multi-purpose passenger vehicle, which in this case it was a sedan. So in this case it is a passenger vehicle. So it has to have, and you can see on the body cam, Your Honor, you can see the high mounted brake light. That's not a truck, no sedan. Well,
And I would point out, sure, it requires the vehicle to have.
No. But did you really see that there's no turn signal?
There's no turn signal, and
I would like to see that.
yeah, we can see that it's
Can you show him what you saw, please?
healthy, yeah, because she can pull up the video faster than I can.
We have the video ready.
Oh, okay. Timestamped at 0.08. It's signal. You can.
So you're gonna see the vehicle come into view at a distance right there, and he comes across 2 lanes without signaling.
Bro, you can,
Come on, Will, you
we
can.
can show the judge that.
Yeah,
'cause
we can step in the back and you can see it cut across.
There's no way.
There's no way that's him, because
But-
he's already in the furthest right lane by the time that,
No, you
in
can see
2
him, you
seconds
can see him
later.
going across to his right, a lane without any signal in addition to that brake light as you continue the video.
Would you like to see, Judge?
Sure. Let me see.
You will see it.
Which car?
It's a, may I, Your Honor, go up there and point it out?
The truck?
No, it's the gray sedan. The gray sedan come up.
Oh, it hasn't come up yet.
You won't see it until after the law enforcement goes over the hill on the highway.
It looks like he's going pretty fast, huh?
No.
No, we're just.
There is people kind of.
Okay, ready for the next one? Sure, what line? Big things? Thank you for resolution 7-, brings the
So when you go, the law is such that you're always supposed to signal, right? And even if you're going in that turn,
Well,
were the lights on at that point or no?
yes, the lights were on as soon as he gets up to the back of my client's vehicle before he makes that turn, they just shake lights. And the state is saying that there was an unsignaled lane change required.
How do you know the lights are on?
Pardon?
How do you know?
Because the sound kicks on, you can hear it.
Yeah, and he's correct that after, but before that, there's an unsignaled lane change as.
I was hoping to see an unsignaled lane change before they even pulled them.
There is, Your Honor, it just.
Show me that.
He said it was a freeway.
Well, freeway, Your Honor. And-
Show me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, if I could, I can point out his vehicle.
Yeah. Show me, because that's what I was looking for and I didn't see it.
Sure, if I may step around, so I can.
Go, please, come on. Don't be shy.
So it's small, it's at a distance, but you'll see the vehicle come into view momentarily. It's right there. That's the defendant's vehicle. That's the defendant's vehicle. Let me go back a little bit.
No way to tell it's vehicle.
Because you can continue, and you can continue seeing it.
Can you not make it, you should be able to
I'm sorry, if we're gonna do crosstalk like this, we can just set this to an MAJ hearing or a formal motion to suppress, and that can be up on the big screen. We can have more structure to an argument, and we don't have to have 3 people arguing about it, or that's a personal handheld device.
Yes, Judge. And that's the.
I guess you want to set it for a formal probable cause hearing?
He's on an MAJ out of this court, we just have the MAJ. So it's a preponderance standard, they can challenge any motion to suppress they want to, or they can urge any motion to suppress they want.
This is for the new case though, right? This is not for the MAJ.
It's for the new case.
It's for the new case.
Yeah, and the UCW.
UCW, yes.
Yeah.
But he's got a pending MAJ in this court for an evading arrest.
Right, but because of this.
Right, so this would have to be proved at that hearing anyway.
Right, but I'm not going to revoke if there's no PC to go here.
Right, I'm just saying if we're going to be here, having three attorneys talk about a handheld device on the screen where it can't be seen, we might as well just set it for a whole hearing and then we can put the whole video up on the screen.
I'm down. You want to do it for beginning of next week?
The court suggested that there's gonna be.
I didn't realize it was going to be this
Yeah, I just,
labor intensive, so to speak, you know?
it's turning into like a big argument. If the video is clear enough to determine probable cause, then that's fine. I'm just saying if this is gonna turn.
I'm having to squint. So that's why, but let's set it for a formal one. Next week, whatever you want. No?
I mean, whatever the court wants.
It doesn't matter to me.
I would like to do it now if we can, just annually, but I mean, it's the first 8 seconds of it. He said the car's so far on, there's no way. The state's gonna point out a minuscule car hundreds of yards away, I can't see what lane it's in. It's the same.
There, and then the officer continues going in that direction. It's the same vehicle.
Is it that one way over there? It's this one, right? It's
The one going right at that time. Because it's going right, then the officer continues in that direction, follow the vehicle.
Can we see it right here? Which one is it?
So it's not right here, it's,
How does he even see that?
because as he's coming around the corner, you see it right there, that vehicle right there going right.
Oh, that was cool how you did that.
Yeah, I don't know how I just it.
That's great. That's it.
So yeah, as he's coming around the corner, yeah, so he's coming around, and then that vehicle going all the way across with no light, and then
Look.
Can't tell what lane he's in.
No. Come here, Will. Look. He hit something that made it like really big.
Hey, Alex. You can fix everything.
No, you can see him. He's like, hey, he's cutting off to try to kind of make, you know? Mr. Mercer, do you want to talk about something else?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Rehashed the previous subject. I was talking to Mr. Martin, the guy who's from San Diego. February 7th, be too late for him to come down here.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
For sure. But, you know, tell him between now and then, he's still not to get, he still has bond conditions that he got from the magistrate. So make sure that he knows that those bond conditions apply, even though he hasn't been here. So, okay, yeah.
I think he'll be okay.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so is that a finding of PC?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to address bond conditions then, back to where we were here in the first.
Come up, Mr. Worthy. Can you see if he has a driver's license, please?
It's called Blair on it.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive unless you have also car insurance. Do you understand?
So I have liability.
Okay, good. Don't pick up a third case. If you pick up another case, holy moly, I'm just gonna lose it. Do you understand? Don't. No, you're not supposed to have weapons. No drugs, no alcohol. Did you say there was an odor of marijuana here?
yes, there's a strong odor of marijuana.
Okay, I will test you 45 days from today. If you test positive again for marijuana, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand? No more smoking weed. So let's set this off 45 to 50 days. His appearance is required. He will get another test on that day. If he's clean, we'll just continue him and then just goes normal. If he's test positive, get ready. You hold the keys. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks.